Jet! Hi, Jet!
And no Jet was
Hi.
here. We go that Snake Youngling going to Town and City.
Interesting pick.
Big stage. Both of these characters love this stage.
Yeah.
So we're in for a long one, I think.
I would say personally, I feel like this stage is going to be a little more Snake favored just because it gives him so many more options to land.
Snake favored. I like that.
Snake favored. It's Snake favored.
Oh man, but I mean, Cleytito's off to a very strong start. You cannot deny that Youngling combos, no matter the character, no matter the matchup, they're deadly, man. They are hard to get around.
Oh my god, those double grenades at ledge is such a terrifying setup. Because if you get hit by that, you're eating a forward air or Nikita or an up smash or something. It's just so brutal.
There's more ordnance coming your way. Like
yeah. Tactical nuke get coming.
Yeah. Enemy AC 130. I mean 166. There it is. I was about to say, Cleytito's going to find a way to just get a small connection, and that's going to be it. And right there, that arrow to up air is definitely going to do it.
Does seem like MVD is having a little bit of a struggle trying to keep Cleytito out. But that down air, frame 4 down air out of shield, does 20+%, makes him float.
The Snake's down air may be one of the most satisfying moves to hit with.
It is so crazy.
It is. That is a beefy down air.
What is it with Nintendo giving the best owners in the game just crazy good close-up options too? Right? I don't understand.
That up tilt too, like that is just.
I mean, the up tilt, the down air, the nair, like.
Nair, back air.
I mean, even his jab is good. Like, how many zoners do you know with a good jab?
And also a heat-seeking stock taker. Like that Nikita is no joke.
Yeah, he had to lose the landmine, but he got to keep that.
Yeah. There we go. That's gonna do it for.
It's gonna be a true combo.
We usually see up tilt, so it's kind of funny to see him use forward tilt out of that.
Well, so it depends on the percent range because at the lower percent range, only forward tilt will connect. But once it gets, I want to say like 160 plus, the up tilt's true.
Right. So I know you can kind of wake up out of the you know.
The down throw.
Go to sleep. You know.
Yeah.
You can get out of it at earlier percentages.
Yeah, but the high it's a lot like Mewtwo side B, where like the higher the opponent's percent, the less frame advantage they have, and then eventually you're plus and you get to combo.
Man, that connection, like you said, the double grenades, that ledge, and that up smash. that is deadly, man. That is very volatile.
We're seeing a much more even game now that MVD's had the opportunity to even it up, just kind of lay all this ordnance on the field, just make it so much more difficult for Cleytito to make it back.
Even that Snake's a character too, like he could be, you know, 200% behind, and I don't really think.
Oh no, yeah.
You're still gonna have your work cut out for you.
His boy's big and heavy. He's got a good recovery. He's got a theoretically infinite recovery at that.
Yeah.
So like.
So I mean, you're still gonna have your work cut out for you, unless I don't know. Against MVD, I couldn't really tell you what he could do to.
Unless Cleytito truly begins to like pop off and just overcome MVD, which is I want to say it's unlikely, but just would be surprising considering how often these two play with each other.
Exactly. Yeah.
I
love using the boomerang to like bounce back the Nikita as well. That was smart. Ooh, stalling out the Nikita too.
Try to catch him in that up smash, but Cleytito landing with that amazing nair.
Not that one though. Can't stop that one, man.
We were seeing MVD do some really interesting plays with Nikita last week against Foe.
Right.
He was using the Nikita and he was like doing that like weird like constantly turning to like basically keep Nikita in the same place.
Hover in the area.
Yeah, just like stall it in place. I'm surprised we're not seeing more of that because MVD was able to get so many just immaculate edge guards on Foe with that. I mean, I would argue Youngling probably has a more vulnerable recovery than Ness.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean like. Especially if you miss the Z grab to ledge, because you have one direction to go. Ness can still get crafty with it. You know, you have like side magnet lodge, you have air dodge, things like that.
Yeah, all these options to stall, but Youngling doesn't really have that. And on top of that, Youngling's kind of a fast faller.
Yeah.
So Youngling's gonna drop like a rock as soon as you are not using a recovery move.
Exactly. And I mean, and how often do we not see Freddy make it at the ledge?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, here we go, 145 to what I would call 70% at this point. Like, this is game rough for MVD, man.
Ooh.
Wow, jumping in with the nair. He's going to take it.
I'm low-key surprised that nair killed.
I'm not, man. Young League nair is so nasty.
Man, I guess that initial hitbox is just stronger than I anticipated it.
Even landing, like, all throughout, it's a strong move, man. It's a strong move, so.
It's not quite, it's not quite, Melee Link levels of just like, what even is this move?
Yeah.
Because that move is just absurd.
It can be shocking though because Young Link is so small, when he throws it out, it can be like, oh, what was that? You know what I mean? But sometimes you just get erased immediately from it. So it can kind of hard to tell when someone's going to throw it out. It's not as choreographed as some other moves. There we go. We got game 2. Oh, MVD's.
Lilac, the
MVD's
classic.
Pride and joy of Lilac Cruise. This stage is so bad for Rosalina, dude. I'm sure you've seen that clip of DeBuzz just bonking his head on the side and just dying.
This stage is ridiculous. I truly don't understand.
I
understand, but I don't.
Though. I think it has a place in the stage list. You know, it really is that if you're not prepared for this stage, you're going to lose.
I will say, if nothing else, this is truly like one of those stages where like it's different enough to be justified in being this being in the stage list.
There's a reason why it's in every stage list you go to. Like there's, you know, it has a place. I think mostly maybe only like Brawl has really understand that that necessity to have a stage like this, but I think Lilac does have a place in our stage list.
Meanwhile, Smash 4, we had Battlefield twice.
I'm not going to talk about Vegas Smash 4.
Oh, now you don't want to talk about Smash 4.
I'll talk about the gameplay. I'm not going to talk about Vegas Smash 4.
That's fair.
There's a lot of layers to that. There we go. We see MVD take a little bit of an early lead, but I mean at 118%, Cleytito just needs 1 or 2 hits, man. You know that forward air is so volatile.
I believe this is still a best of 3, yeah?
It is, yes.
Because it's winners, semis, and above that. It's going to be best of 5. Okay.
It's only 340. We're already in winners quarters.
Yeah.
We are.
Oh my God, he had the sticky on him. That was such a good setup.
Man. And now suddenly MVD just has.
This is MVD showing his expertise on the stage.
I mean, if you're Cleytito, this isn't really a bad position to be in either. Even if you lose this game, you get stage pick, you know.
Yeah.
You kind of have another game to understand a little bit more what's going on with this set specifically. So I mean, it's not the end of the world if you lose this game. Obviously, for MVD, you know, you really just gotta go full guns right now. I feel like
it's part of just that hidden mental game that not a whole lot of like mid-level players think about, where like getting that first game in the set really can like dictate the entire rest of the set.
It can, yeah.
Just because from that point on, if you lose game 2, you get a counterpick game 3. You've had another game to try and get that download on the opponent.
Exactly.
Like it does nothing but good for you to win that game 1. But at the same time, it's sometimes so difficult to even keep your mentality in the game for that one game.
Right, and on the flip side too, you also got to be aware, like you're also giving your opponent another chance to, in this case, learn about your disadvantage, which for Snake is huge. You know, you don't. The more he learns about like what you're not good at doing, you know, the worse it's, the tougher time you're gonna have going forward.
Catches that C4, and that is going to be game 2 going to Cleytito. It seemed like he just wasn't even expecting that C4 to be there.
I mean, it can be hard to see on Lilac.
Lilac is a more difficult stage to see it on, but
I think MVD so far is the only player, definitely in Vegas, but you know, even in the larger scene, I've seen that really utilizes a stage as a tool to help him win a game. You know what I mean? Lilac isn't just a stage to play on; it's a part of his gameplay.
Yes.
So he's one of the players I think that utilizes that concept, you know, to an extreme degree. Part of the Smash Ultimate sandbox is the stages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There are these stages for a reason. They're not just there to fight on. Like, there's different ways to utilize them. So I think MVD is one of those players that does a great job at pointing that out. Unfortunately, it's with Lilac, but I think it's a great example.
You know, honestly, if they were to remove like some of the more janky things about Lilac, I really would enjoy the stage.
At least it doesn't do this
anymore. God.
That was a nightmare.
Whenever I would like pocket Roy in bracket and like try to recover, like God. Even with Mewtwo, like Mewtwo, just every now and then you try to teleport, just whee.
I do miss Unova for that reason though.
Huh?
The Unova Pokemon League.
True. Yeah.
It's my only chance against Palus in Vegas.
All right, so this time we're going to Battlefield. Got that C4 on the top platform. Ooh. Whoa, hang on. Everybody kind of going in.
I mean, that's how Snake does his infinite recovery, so it's like, here, you want a taste of it? Here, try it out, try it out.
Cleytito just being bounced from coast to coast.
See, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, I feel like MVD got a pretty good grasp on, you know, what Cleytito can struggle with, you know, when playing against Snake. So we might see him utilize that a little bit more. But Cleytito still playing a great fight, you know. Not very far behind.
Definitely no slouch. MVD kind of struggling to regain that control. So you may want to detonate that C4 soon.
Let's say it was you fighting MVD right now. What would your what's your thought process going into this?
Panic mostly.
Yeah.
But if it
That's
weren't
a pretty good plan.
if it weren't that, I would say, because the big thing about Snake is just his disadvantage is not as weak as some characters, but it can definitely be exploited.
Right.
And if I'm playing against MVD, my #1 goal is just to do what I can, be as patient as I have to, but do what I can to win neutral and get him off stage at any cost. So long as I'm getting him off stage, I'm doing something right, and I'm in a more favorable position to possibly win back any damage he may have done to me in the process of getting there.
Gotcha.
And with a character like Young Link, I mean, you have so many neutral tools, so many projectiles to make that happen. It's just a matter of placing them in the right spots and not letting yourself get caught up by too much.
So would you say you need to be thinking more high risk, high reward?
Personally, yeah. I think Snake is really a character that you can afford to go in like that, because if you don't, if you let him have that opportunity to like rack up damage or get that grab and get that up tilt, you're just, all this work that you put in is going to be worth nothing. So it really is just if you get him off stage, you need to try and kill him every single time.
It's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, more or less.
You just really gotta steel yourself and go in.
Yeah. This is the I feel
Not
like,
hold in, but
yeah.
you know.
This is another one of those characters I really feel like there's a lot of fake pressure, or just a lot of just like coverage.
There's definitely lane shutdown. Like he's gonna shut down ways for you to move around the stage.
But if you let that get in your head, if you let a Snake player get in your head, you may as well just forfeit the matchup right then and there.
Very true. Or if you're too afraid of nades, grab those nades, man. You know, he's gonna throw them, pick it up, throw it back. Luckily, Rosa, I can just press down B and I get like everything. So
Mewtwo with a grenade, what will he do?
Yeah.
Mewtwo used explosion.
A Pokemon with a weapon of mass destruction. What will he do?
The weapon of mass destruction with a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, so the Pokemon is also a weapon of mass destruction.
Down throw into forward tilt. That is going to be yet another stock for MVD. Currently up a stock, but he's going to have to find a way in against the absolute wall of arrows that is Cleytito.
And not only that, that forward air, the up air, the down air, I mean...
My man's trying to blood out the sun with all these arrows.
Cleytito just gets to pick what he wants to do.
I think he got the sticky.
Did
oh,
he?
no, it dropped on the platform.
Okay. So right now that sets up for a pretty nice combo for MVD, but I mean Cleytito's he's got some momentum. I think he understands that. He's just gonna be running with it.
It feels like Cleytito's like he's going in, but he's going in like in a more patient way, where like he's letting MVD pull grenade every time, so he can trade the up air and get a lot more damage on MVD versus just like getting that initial up air.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, even if Snake's holding the grenade and you hit it, I mean, you're both gonna take the same amount of damage.
Yeah.
And, you know, when he's already at 120. You know, I'll call that a victory. You know what I mean? I'll take a few nades if it means that I can get MVD to 140.
Right.
And possibly take the set.
But at the same time, this is MVD. He's prepared and willing to take grenades for the purpose of just stalling out and like essentially canceling any kind of wins you have in neutral, so you can have another opportunity to win.
I mean, this is just what you know what you kind of have to talk about when it comes to PGR.
Whoa! Very close game so far. That was a lot of really just fast-paced stuff from MVD.
Oof. Great Z grab there.
Oh my God, he's already swinging for the fences. He's trying to close this out now.
That arrow barely.
Oh no! That might have been a terrible misinput. That's going to be an up tilt though, and that is going to be 2-0 for MVD. Or I'm sorry, 2-1.
Man.
That was such a clutch end to the set, because he was so far behind. He was literally like 140 to 40%.
That was it. Besides that game too, which I mean, again, we discussed with how Lilat becomes a part of MVD's game plan. Like that was right there, man. I mean, that one arrow whiffing on the platform, I think, was really what that whiffing, that had to be heartbreaking for Cleytito, man. That's a lot to take in. I mean, at the
same time,
though, still says Steve, PJ.
But at the same time, this is MVD. This is what he does. He's such a good player. He's he's been around forever.
Yeah.
Especially now that he's got that Snake back in his hands, he's finally got this opportunity to show what he can do with this character.
What'd you just say?
What?
He's got that Snake.
We're not gonna talk about it. Anyways,
we're not gonna talk about it.
So I think next up is gonna be Foe and Snoop.
Beta Smash Classic, man.
Yeah.
Beta Smash Classic.
I will say, on the whole, obviously, you know, Foe kind of tends to take these sets, but we've seen Snoop answer back in some really interesting ways.
Yeah, Snoop, I love watching Snoop play, man, because honestly, it really is just that level of unpredictability. It's like, how is Snoop feeling today? You know what I mean? Sometimes he gets second, sometimes he gets like 8th. You know what I mean? It's like, how is Snoop feeling today? You know?
Sometimes he goes 1-2, sometimes he makes even our top players quake in fear. Like,
yeah, it's pretty fun to see. Send to the Poyo, to his brother, you know, it's like, What is he gonna do today? What's gonna happen in this chapter of the script? There we go, script. Be sure to check that out.
Oh my God. Hey, there it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
Shouts to
Thank you,
Shogun
PJ.
too. I was gonna wear my jersey today, but I was like, it's too hot to wear multiple layers. Tell you didn't.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sure support us, guys. Support Smash It Up as well. I mean, like,
Yeah.
none of this possible without all the amazing help that we receive from, VGBootCamp, PJ, obviously, the venue itself, all of our
And
amazing,
viewers like you.
and viewers like you. Yes. I mean, Twitch Channel is public access television. Like,
Yeah.
anyone can get to it.
Dude,
so.
did you hear they're taking